we first came across Andrew because he mixed a song off Neptune, and he mixed "You Really Wake Up the Love in Me," and we went and met him in his studio in LA and got on really well. And then the opportunity came to do a couple of one-offs with him, just recording for a couple of covers and stuff. And then literally Andrew, always kept in touch. We kept in touch with him and kind of formed this great relationship. And he just said, when you want to do the record, I'm here. And we literally decided to go out to LA. Within a week. It happened the very last minute because he was free and we were free, and we went out to his studio and recorded the majority of the record with him in the space of like a couple of weeks, really, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, which has been an amazing experience. And we just had a week with him, another week doing some extra songs as well. So I think it's going to be for this year. It's going to be an ongoing thing, we hope.
It's this year's special relationship.
Yeah.
Rich Val's tracks were actually Procession and Surrender. Everybody's Under Your Spell. I don't think so. But yeah, those were other good collaborations. You start sort of like a sort of pre-production exploration, and I did that with Rich. That was good. That was interesting.
They had completely different approaches, which was really great experience for us. To work with two producers who approach things completely differently and from different backgrounds.
And you get you just get a completely different perspective on your own songwriting. So that was really interesting. But I don't think we were finding like the right tones out of things, which is why we ended up sort of finishing the stuff with Andrew. And got Mulder to mix that one track. He was into it, and it's just one of those things that kind of happens as you move along and want to get something ready and work with someone who suits the track, really.
The first session was in London, wasn't it, with Rich? Is that right? I can't remember now. We've done it in quite a piecemeal way. Like, a majority of it was done in those 2.5 weeks, but then prior to that, we had a couple of different sessions. But I think the first session was a weekend in London last autumn. Yeah, last fall.
We were a bit nomadic, really. We'd sort of work on a track until we felt that all the parts were sort of built up and the harmonies were there, or the guitar solos were there. And when I say guitar solos, I mean the things that are put in to come in fleetingly and do their job and then get the hell out of there, not really kind of long, indulgent guitar solos.
Behind the
neck. We were forming parts, and then we'd sort of put the tapes and the files on our back and go somewhere else and try it in a different studio. It was it was quite a sort of nomadic thing. We were kind of on a mission, and we didn't stop until we found the right tones of things, and then we kind of set up camp and finished the record. So in that respect, it was like taking little excursions until we found the right spot. And so that's different. We've previously gone to a studio and just done the record, whereas this was more like, this sounds really good in this room. That doesn't sound so good in that room. Let's go here. So I don't know. It was kind of stimulating to do something just a little bit different.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, we went on tour in the UK with Black Rubber Motorcycle Club about a month ago, and that was great. It's really, really, really great sort of opportunity just to air some of the new songs in back home as well, because it's been a while since we've been playing in England. And then we're going home after this to do a headline tour of our own in the UK, which is going to be special because it's been like a couple of years since we've done a headline tour in the UK. So yeah, really looking forward to that one.
We'll definitely be here by April. They'll be setting up something like grueling and delicious, I'm sure. And we'll say yes, and then probably end up going around the States,
We'll
sort of
proper tour dogs again.
Yeah, it'll only be a matter of months, but I've been told April, so we'll see.
Yeah, that was, I think, our second or third gig in the US. Yeah. That was, I think we were first on, right? Yeah, that was great. Webster Hall's a great room. Like, we've played there a couple of times since. It's a great place.
Oh, we did it the other night, actually. We were playing. I thought it sounded amazing, but I had a little bit to drink. I think it might have sounded terrible, but we were covering some Townes Van Sant songs. Be Here to Love Me is like a song I love, so given any opportunity, we'll do that cover somewhere. But we were sat around playing that the other night. But yeah, I don't know what we've done.
Stones
some
is always a staple, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's always
Violent Femmes covers we've sat around and played, and I don't know, obvious like Velvet Underground and
Sometimes Queen kind of falls into the mix.
Yeah, I'm sure.
As of late, anyway.
You know, just between us, I'm sure Queen and Guns N' Roses end up in there sometimes. Yeah. But, you know, we wouldn't tell that to anyone. We wouldn't broadcast that fact.
No,
it's,
never.
like, not very cool.
No,
not at all.
On air, on online radio.
Yeah. We were talking about, we remembered something that was quite amazing, actually, that we ended up playing in Boston despite the fact that Luke had gone to hospital and we weren't sure if he was going to make the show, but he'd nearly exploded.
He had scomboids.
He had some bad reaction. He basically had an allergic reaction to something he'd eaten and was going purple, and he had to take his top off in front of some firemen, which added another hugely interesting dimension to the night. We never thought he'd come back, but after some antihistamine, he was fighting fit, and I think it was one of the best shows we've ever done.
It was. We kind of jinxed that day because that happened, and then my finger exploded, and then I think we fell asleep in the van and nearly missed the show as well.
Yeah.
It was like, what next? What next? And it ended up being really good. But
there was a lot of explosions.
It was a lot of explosions.
They're all dead, aren't they?
Stones would be good. Prince would be good.
A medley.
Only if we can go on stage with them.
Only if we can do a
sneak on.
We have to do a medley of our own songs.
We're going to do that anyway.
With Prince, who would be playing a medley of his hits. Yeah. That'll do.